What's up everyone, it's your boy NR2003 aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama. And we are set for a wild one, second Superspeedway race on the season, and we are here for the Peco Cruise 500. Last time out at Darlington, we saw a pretty good Southern 500, Denny 7500 I should say, where we saw Colin Cropley get second on the season and become the first driver with 2 wins. Can he get his third and be an early championship favorite, which is great. And C, Talladega always a wild one. We've seen crazy crashes here, seen some crazy races here. A little bit of a different version, but racing should be pretty similar to what it's been in the past. And we have to wait and see what happens in the 7th race of the season. Here's the points entering race number 7 on the season. Jordan Stout is having a really good rookie season in that number 21 Ford with Wells Racing. He has a 11-point lead over Benny Watson in second. Then we got a tie for third between Dale Campbell and Richard King, 14 points back. Fifth is Josh Williamson, 27 points back. Sixth is Justin Seidel, 31 points back. 7th is Colin Cropley, 35 points back. 8th is Nathan McWilliams, 40 points back. 9th is Angel Robert, 51 points back. And still, somehow, after all these weeks, Josh Williamson still saves 10 points, 57 points back. And then the 2 wildcard spots currently go to Wyatt Walker, who's in 13th, and then Scott Upton, who is in 16th. So that's about it for the points. John Andrews, who won at Las Vegas, he's dropping like a rock in the points, though. If he wants to have a shot at one of those wildcard spots, he needs to get his way back up to the points, because he's only 33rd in points. So there's that. Still pretty tight, but starting to break away a little bit with the top 4 separated by only 14 points. And Talladega, not much else to say. It's gonna be a wild one here. No pit stops, 47 laps. Gonna be a wild card. Second Superspeedway race on the season. In the 500, we saw Colin Cropley win. Can he get his second win on the second Speedway race on the win on the season, and can he get his third overall? We just have to wait and see. These guys are gonna get rolling off here, and that will leave the field in the hands of Logan Williams for RFK Racing on the pole. Scott Upton, of course, won at Richmond, and Logan Williams is also very strong in that one. And now Logan Williams starts on pole here at Talladega, and alongside him as he catches up with him, it will be Joe Witkowski in the number 8 machine for Osceola. And then we got Stephen Collin, who won the Richard Hollywood Stapleton Shootout recently, and then the season 3 I'm having a stroke. Season 3 JBL Cup Series champion Allison Rain in 4th. 5th, we got Eric Marco. 6th, we got Roger James. 7th, we got Richard King. 8th, we got Jordan Dale Campbell. And then 9th, we got Clark Bergeron the 3rd. And rounding out the top 10 is Jordan Edwards in the number 12 machine. Make sure everyone is rolling off, and still is rolling, and they are. And here we go. 47 laps on tap at the wild Talladega Superspeedway. Gonna see 3 wide racing, gonna see 4 wide racing, 4 wide. Just like Daytona, probably will not end well. And hopefully, these guys mind the P's and Q's early on. This is 47 laps of action here today. 2.6 miles, the biggest oval that we race on all season long. And these guys and gal are ready to get rolling, ready to get racing, and ready to do battle in Talladega, Alabama. Pace car is about to roll down to pit road, and that will leave the field in the hands of Logan Williams and Joe Witkowski. One thing that is different from Daytona, to Talladega is that the start of the finish line is not in the trial, is just exiting out of the trial, and will that play into a factor here today? It probably will. Logan Williams, Joe Witkowski, race 7 on the season, the Peco Foods 500 is green at Talladega Superspeedway. Stephen Collin will lead lap number 1 in the Peco Foods 500, but here comes Eric Marco in the number 3 to the inside, and the number 3 sports very synonymous at Talladega with Dale and Eric Marco would love to get another victory for this number 3 machine here at this racetrack. Here comes the part-timer of Club Bijan III to the inside. Gonna take second way, and here comes Eli Bright in the number 48, and the point leader Jordan Stout all the way up to the front. As you can see, gonna be a lot of cycling here today. Gonna be more cycling than what we see at Daytona. That's just how Talladega is. Here comes Eli Bright making it 3 wide for the race to lead, and he is gonna make that stick. These guys just have to be careful. 3 wide is going to be a-okay here, but 4 wide will not work out whatsoever. With the old Talladega that we used to use, 4 wide would sometimes work and they would sometimes get out of it. Here, and testing 4 wide would mean immediate death. So, hopefully, these guys don't go 4 wide too early, but Trey Smith out front, and he's being shoved by a fellow Ford and Elijah Gordon. Never mind. Elijah gonna try to get to the inside to steal this bonus point away, and he does. Elijah Gordon gets a bonus point for the championship, and Elijah Gordon's had a solid season, I'd say. Not really seen him up front a lot, but still got some time left here to get his way up to the front. But the crazy thing is that after today, it's the Coca-Cola 600, and after the Coca-Cola 600, we will be past halfway in the regular season. So time is starting to run out for these drivers here to set themselves up for the season 4 chase. Tyreek Coleman, he's out front. Can he get a bonus point, or is Memphis Fisher gonna steal it from him? I honestly don't know. Hartman got it. Hartman lap number 4. And now, Memphis Fisher out front. Here comes Aaron Abel and the number 19. Right behind him, Ryan Duwani, Angel Rivera, Justin Zidell as well. And here comes Duwani to the inside. Gonna take that second spot away from Aaron Abel. And now will Duwani try to take the race lead away, coming to the tri-oval. And he is. We've seen that 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times already. That might be the race when they move, and these guys are just practicing it already early enough where everyone's still running and they have the full energy of the pack to try making that move. But Dwayne did get a bonus point. Now Oliveira out front. It was strong start off the season, but he's fallen off with some bad luck lately, and he wants that to change and turn around for him here today. And here comes Justin Zidell going for the race lead. And here comes Zachary Fitzgerald, who's had a terrible season so far. Blew up 2 races in a row early on. Got involved in some crashes early on as well. And he got caught up in a crash at Darlington. So, kind of a terrible season for Fitzy so far this season. He might have to get multiple wins and get on a win streak if he wants to make it into the season 4 chase. And Giovanni now taking the race leeway. Seidel did lead lap number 6. And now it's the number 62 of Con uncharged right out front. And here comes Quentin Moore. Gonna move him out of the way a little bit, it looked like. And Quentin Moore gonna go for the race lead all for himself. And here comes Benny Watson second in points. He would love to get a bonus point. He would love to win and have Seidel, or not Seidel. He would love the Stout to get involved in a crash. That way Watson can take the point leeway. But Watson gonna lead that lap, and it is only a 10-point margin between Stout and Watson on top of the point standings. And as of now, and he got shoved out to dry by his teammate Nathan Stapleton, who's been quietly consistent in the 8th, 9th, 10th in points all season so far. And he's not gonna get a bonus point though, because the all club winner, Wyatt Walker, gonna shove him out to dry. And speaking of winners, the Las Vegas winner is shoving Wyatt Walker out to the lead, and he's still pushing him out front. Gonna try stealing the bonus point for himself, but he's not gonna get there. Wyatt Walker will lead lap number 8. Now John Andrews is gonna take the race lead away. Here comes Owen Miles, Brandon Beal, and Juan Garcia. And lots of cycle racing. I knew this was gonna happen, but so far no 4 wide. Luckily we have made it this far. Hopefully we get to a decent point before the big one strikes. Brandon Beal shoves out the 9, the 9, and the 11 up the racetrack. And now Beal gonna try to, never mind, I thought he was gonna try to take a bonus point away from John Andrews, but that's not gonna happen. John Andrews is gonna leave this lap, and here comes Brandon Nelson in the number 18, who he's had a solid season, but he got spun and then he got crashed out in this 7,500 last time out. He would love to get a win here today and change his season around. And here comes the front row. Logan Williams and Joe Wachowski. It took 10 laps for him to go from the front to the back to the front. And Logan Williams back up the front. Oh my goodness, that was sketchy with Roger James and Joe Wachowski. Roger James moved Wachowski up the racetrack, and he wanted to shove Wachowski up to the top side instead of Roger James getting shoved up to that third lane. And how about the 79 of AJ Crash? He stole that bonus point from Logan Williams, and now AJ Crash up front. And Eric Monaco as well as the point leader, Stout and Colin, but Stout picked the outside lane, not going to be able to get a bonus point and make it a 11-point advantage. And now Eric Monaco back up front. Colin trying to leave this lap on the 3, and he will. Colin will leave lap number 11. And here comes Eli Bright. Clark Bajan the 3rd. Travis Crampton. As they are 4 wide back there. The Fitzy and Watson and Seidel. And they somehow figure that out. That was very, very sketchy with Watson, Seidel, Fitzy, and someone else. Meanwhile, back up front, Eli Bright looked for the race lead, but Club Bajan said, no, I want to take the race lead for myself. And how about Travis Crampton in the 16? He's been quiet all season long. He's been taking points all season long, and he's going to get a bonus point on lap number 12. And immediately he's going to drop that. And here comes the 22 of Mitchell Collins. And this number 22, the blue and the orange arbitrary machine. Now he wants a bonus point, and here comes Noah Clifton, who's also had a rough season. The Australians, Fitzy and Noah Clifton, have had a rough start to the season. And it sucks because for Noah, his streak gets 5th from points with Josh Wilson, who's on like a top 5, top 10 streak. Meanwhile, Noah Clifton, he's had some speed a few races, but just not have gone to finish that he's wanted. Speaking of Josh Williamson, there he is in that orange number 23 up and number up to third, and here comes Will Parrish, gonna take the race lead away from the number 51 machine. And so far, so good. Good racing. 14 laps in. Had one close call before wide. They were able to save it. And here comes Josh Williamson now to the inside of Will Parrish. And now Williamson, who's 5th in points. I believe 27 points back. Wants to get a bonus point here right now. But is he gonna lose it because of Unable? Yes, he will. Unable is gonna steal that bonus point away from Josh Williamson. And here comes Chris Reynolds, who got stolen of the Denny 7500 from Colin Cropley late. He would like some revenge here at Talladega and get a win here for Workware Racing. But he's not going to get a bonus point this time by, as here comes Memphis Fisher, Tyler Cummins, Justin Seidel, Fitzy, and Jordan Edwards all up front. Oh, Trey Smith almost shoved Dale Campbell out of the middle. And here comes Tyler Coleman trying to leave lap number 15, and he does. 15 laps in the books, clean and green on lap 16 at 47, and in the Petco Foods 500 at Talladega Superspeedway. And now Seidel and Fitzy gonna work together right at the same time. And Fitzy's gonna shove Seidel out of the way, and Fitzy wants a bonus point. Maybe this will make his season feel a little bit better. After it's been an absolute dreadful start for the number 14 team. He's gonna not block the 12, and here comes Edwards. And Edwards is not gonna let Fitzy have a small victory in leading a lap, because Edwards is gonna get that bonus point. And here comes Angel Fair now in the number 1. Back up front, Watson and Ton as well. Lap 17 of 47. We will have 30 laps to go. This time by at the line here at Talladega. And Ben Watson is out front, 4 wide though. Will Parrish, Brandon Beal, Josh Williams, AJ Crash. This one might not end so well. On lap 18, the squeezing doors. Brandon Beal, AJ Crash. Oh, they still saved it. How did they save it that time? I don't even know. Brandon Beal, Josh Williamson, AJ Crash, they saved that somehow. Elijah going up front, and he's being pushed by Nathan Orman. And here comes Quentin Moore. They intensely picked up here at Talladega. They've made it this far, and now they are starting to get a little bit more racy. Orman gonna get pushed to the lead by Quentin Moore, and Orman's gonna get a bonus point. And here comes Scotton in that Castrol carbon neutral white number 6 machine. The Richmond winner, he's up towards the front now. And Joe Rakowski not gonna let that happen. Here comes Quentin Moore to the inside. He's gonna try to take the race lead away from Orman, and he does. I am shocked of how we've not had a clash yet. We should have had 2 clashes by now, but these guys have saved it both times that we've gone 4 wide. Rakowski's gonna steal it from Quentin Moore. He's gonna get a bonus point. Lap 20 of 47 here at Talladega for the Petco Cruise 500. It's been a good one. Testing scared me, to be honest, because there's a lot of crashes, but so far, so good. Line blind. Now to the inside of the number 41. Questionable call for Logan Williams to not go down to the inside of his forward teammate, and now he's get moved up to top side by Jordan Stout, point leader, and Stout is going somewhere in this middle. He just shoved Orkowski and Williams out of the way, and here comes Richard Cunard, and it's number 78. He's gonna lead a bonus point. Being shoved by the Las Vegas winner John Andrews, and John Andrews gonna shove him out of the way. Roger James gonna fall through. AJ Crash as well. Lap 21 of 47, Roger James and AJ Crash on the inside lane. And so far, still no crashes. Oh boy, I saw that with the Sim 62. I thought they were full wide, but they settled back down to 6 of Upton and up, finding a spot up top. And now Roger James will lead lap 21. And here comes Trey Smith. Here comes White Walker, gonna make it 3 wide, 4 wide, a third time with Noah Clifton and Will Parrish, and there we go this time. It's the big one at Talladega. Oh my goodness. Allison Wayne just got T-boned by the number 12 of Jordan Edwards. Third time was not the charm. The big one strikes at Talladega. And Wyatt Walker will lead us back to the line. Walker and his teammate Nelson win the race back to the line. First caution of the day on lap number 22 of 47. And it was going to happen at some point. And it finally happened. Will Parrish got turned by Noah Clifton. And unfortunately, Jordan Edwards, Elijah Gordon had some damage. Owen Miles, Darlington, Allison Rain got T-boned. Watson might have some damage, second in points. Can't really tell if who else was involved. Nathan, Noah Clifton, I know. Oh. Stack up with Van Abel just since I dealt Juan Garcia. I know Noah Clifton turned all that, but in turn, Will Parrish did get a piece of it. But honestly, it might not be as bad as I thought it was. Because I still see a lot of cars staying out, I still see a lot of them not gonna fit standards. Noah Clifton and Memphis Fisher, they're gonna come down pit road. Juan Garcia, probably now with that stack up, he's gonna pit. Benny Watson's gonna pit. Second in points, he has some damage. But honestly, not that bad. We've seen a lot worse. Sure, someone got T-boned, but seen a lot worse. And we still have 30 cars that didn't come down pit road, that was still on the racetrack. And I think some of these guys will also still be okay. Like Noah Clifton's gonna be fine, Mark Garcia should be fine, Memphis Fisher should be fine, Austin should be fine. So I think most of you guys will be fine. So that's the good thing. And we should still have a lot of cars left for about the second half of this one. It'll be White Walker leading us back to the green, but let's see what happens to bring out the first caution of the day here at Talladega Superspeedway, the big one in turns 1 and 2. Here we go, this will happen 4 wide. Noah Clifton just pushed the issue. Third time that we've seen 4 wide, and it finally didn't work. Clifton turned Will Parrish down the racetrack, then back up the track. Will Parrish into Darlington, Owen Miles, Elijah Gordon, Benny Watson, Juan Garcia, Allison Rain, Memphis Fisher, Josh Moonsmith with a little bit of damage. And Jordan Edwards was going to be fine in the number 12 machine, actually. Nope. Little piece of it right there. Seidel's fine, same with Overa. But nowhere to go. And a massive T-bone driver's side first for Allison Wayne from Jordan Edwards. And that's unfortunate. Because I think Alston would have been fine. And I think the 12 would have been fine to keep on going as well. But that happened, and that's probably going to take both of them out. Maybe not the 12. I'd be shocked if he's still 1-0. But definitely a mouse and it's going to be done for the day. Very unfortunate day. And not too bad of a crash. We've seen most ones here, but the big one's twice. Right around halfway on lap number 22. And unfortunately, Alston takes a massive T-bone off turn 2. Here we go, following along full speed, and you see no Clip just turn the pitch up the track and around everyone went. Alston just got into the back of the 45, spun around, and then she was gonna be fine actually, and then Jordan just didn't see her, I guess, in that bright blue color. And massive T-bone for that number 12 machine. Maybe 7, 8, 9 colors were involved. Maybe that much, like maybe 8, but a lot of them are gonna be running still. I think we will have 32, 34 cars still running. So gonna be a lot of cars left for sure. And it will be Wyatt Walker and Brandon Nelson, a pair of JBL Toyotas, bringing us back to the green. And let's get back to the restart here for the Peco Foods 500, I should say, here at Talladega Superspeedway. Welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway. We will go back green on lap 27 of 47. So we will have 21 laps to go here in the Peco Foods 500. And we still have a lot of cars left. Still gonna have 34 cars on track. But unfortunately, Will Parrish, Owen Miles, Darlington, Elijah Gordon, Jordan Edwards, and Allison Wayne are all gonna be done. And this one, 6 drivers are out. Still got 34 on the racetrack. And honestly, most of them are not that bad. The 99 is still going, the 9 is still going, the 45 is still going, Memphis Fisher's still going. So, not too bad. Still gonna have 34 cars left on track. That one should have most of them in the lead pack. I'm only concerned about maybe up to 45, 77, 9, 99. If they have enough speed to make it into the lead pack. But it will be Wyatt Walker, Brandon Nelson, Colin Cropley in third, Eric Marco, Trey Smith, Stephen Collin, Roger James, Mitchell Collins, Brandon Beal, and Clark Bishop the third, the top 10 for the restart. 21 laps to go, and race number 7 on the season. Who will win the Peco Foods 500? Walker races back to green at Talladega. Picture perfect teamwork on JBL for the time being. And Nelson now gonna catch up to his teammate. Is he gonna try to take the race leeway? He's not gonna have a choice. He's not gonna get there. If Marco gonna move up to second, out from Trey Smith. And Trey Smith gonna shove Marco up to the back bumper of the 20 Wyatt Walker. And gonna take a lap or 2 for these guys to get up to speed. And bunch back into the pack. Marco gonna lead lap number 27. 20 laps to go in the here at Talladega. And we still got a pretty big bet. Juan Garcia and Benny Watson are unfortunately not going to be able to stay in the lead pack. They're not really that slow, but they're not going to stay in the lead pack. Don't know about Memphis Fisher, no Clifton or Zidell. O'Fea should be good, so we have 28. Don't know about Josh Williamson though. We might have 28 cars in the lead pack if Williamson can't catch up. But he's right on the edge where he might be able to. And unfortunately for Zidell, Clifton, and Fisher, they're not going to be able to stay in the lead pack. So 28, 29 cars in the lead pack still, with less than 20 laps to go. Roger James to the lead. He led last time by. And now he's out front. Bajano the third. Nathan Orman. Wide. Here comes Bajano to the inside. On to number 31. And he's gonna take it. And unfortunately, I see the orange 23 Williamson is not gonna be able to make it back into the lead pat. So 28 drivers in the lead pat. And unfortunately, Williamson and Watson, both in the top 5 in points, are not going to be in the lead pack and might not get a good finish. Meanwhile, the point of Jordan Stout, he's up front, and he's on this design lane. Meanwhile, they are almost 4 wide of Crampton and Collins. That was very close, but Collins was able to find a spot in that third lane. Dwayne out front. Here comes Scott Upton in the number 6 machine for RFK, trying to take the race anyway. And here comes Fitzy in the number 14, still trying to get a bonus point in this one, and still trying to have anything to go towards his way after a terrible start to his season. Can he get a bonus point right here? He does. Fitzy gets the bonus point here at Talladega. And here comes, I think, third in points, Dale Campbell. Second or third in points. Yeah, third in points, I think, Dale Campbell. I could be wrong about that, but Dale Campbell has been another one of those guys that have been really good this season. It's been mostly Stout, Olvera, a little bit of Garcia, Hamill, Watson, Williamson. Basically the top 4, top 5 guys in points with a couple others, like Colin Cropley, for example, have been the class of the field so far. And Dale Campbell out front, and able to then side Eli Bright, Richard Kinghart, and Chris Mills as well. Getting down to crunch time here at Talladega, less than 17 to go at the line. It will be 16 laps to go. And one thing that we might have to worry about here is we're half a lap away from Ben Watson and Juan Garcia. If we don't have a caution before we catch up to them, then those two could easily split up this pack late in the Peco Cruise 500. Richard Kino out front takes the race lead away. And here comes the 34 of Quinton Moore to the inside. With a smaller pat, one thing I'm noticing, it's still 28 car pat, but this not quite as much 3Y racing. It's still 3Y racing, but there's a little bit of 2Y racing now. So that's gonna play into a factor, I think, here late in this one. Kino led that lap, but now is 34 of Quinton Moore. And here comes Stephen Collin in the 42, almost wide back there with Trey Smith and AJ Clash, I believe. And the intensity is still up there. The intensity is still picking up. Collin to the inside, trying to steal it. No, he will not. More really less this lap. And here comes the point leader, Logan Williams. And of course, I will say this, the All-Star race is a couple of races away. And the way that you get it is if you made it into the playoffs last season, not many drivers returned that made it into the playoffs last season. If you want a race any time between last season's All-Star race up to this season's All-Star race, so any driver that's won this season is locked in. If Logan Williams wins, then both RFK cars will make it into the All-Stars and don't have to go into open. And then past All-Stars wins as well, and Quinton Moore is already locked in. The only thing I'm debating on is if I will do top 10 in points as well, since there's not a lot of drivers yet in the All-Star race, but you guys will know more about that in Discord in the upcoming days. But Crampton out front, but here comes Nelson, as they are almost full wide back there with Fitzy and Stout, and had a little lap because of Watson and Garcia. Oh boy, John Anderson blocked Wyatt Walker 4 wide as Mitchell Collins goes for the lead. That almost 4 wide between Hartman and Colin. Oh boy, Hartman's still looking at 4 wide back there. Up front is AJ Crash. Mitchell Collins did leave that lap. Intensely picking up at Talladega. Here comes Eric Monaco now in the number 3 machine. Bringing Beal Dale Camel as well, all up front. And if these guys don't crash now, before we catch up to the lap cars momentarily, then that might do it for crashes. We might only have 1 crash today at Talladega, and that would be shocking. 11 laps to go. Eric Monaco out front, and these 2 lap cars, the 9 and 99, are going to go double file. Hamilton, I thought was going to get turned by Ormond, and now what are the 20 lead pack cars going to do? Looks like, oh boy, Monaco gonna get to the inside, and now everyone on the inside lane is gonna be able to get by relatively easily. Have to watch out if anyone gets aggressive. Look at AJ Crash up top trying to make it work, but Watson's gonna block him. Trey Smith, oh boy, Brandon Nelson, Trey Smith. Thinking about 4i in the back of this pad with Eli Bright, Logan Williams, Tyler Coltman, Wyatt Walker. Oh, that's not gonna work, and it's not gonna work. There they go, Bennett Watson, Joe Rutkowski, Brandon Nelson. The Las Vegas winner of John Andrews, Wyatt Walker, Travis Crampton, who's been in 10 points for almost all season. He's not going to be there after today. And Quentin Moore, AJ Crash. Well, I thought we weren't going to have another caution, but it turned out lap traffic ended up causing it. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, and they would just turn Fitzy. And Nathan Ormond, and Chris Mills, Eli Blight, Trey Smith. That sums up Fitzy's terrible season. Even in this one, he was fine. He led a bonus point. And then he gets turned under caution. Well, I was going to say we still have a decent amount of cars in the lead pack for the late race restart, but I don't think we are now. I don't know what's going to happen here. And oh yeah, we might have a 5-6 lap late race restart yet again in the JBL Cup Series. Every single race that's happened. I don't know how. I don't know why. But that's happened every time. Watch James won the race back to the line. Fitzy's gonna get back up here. To get his spot back. Even though he's destroyed. So I guess he's not gonna pit. I don't know. I think the officials just want it all settled out before anyone pits. And John Andrews, Travis Crampton, Quentin Moore, all coming down pit road. Crampton's probably gonna be done because he's all destroying that 16 machine. Very unfortunate second caution of the day because of lap traffic. And the bright side is in the back of the pad, so not really a lot of cars involved, but oh boy, this is gonna be something else here at Talladega. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the second caution of the day here in the Peco Foods 500 here for the JBL Cup Series, race number 7 at Talladega Superspeedway. Well, here we go. This is what happened. Logan Williams, they were 3 wide, but then Logan Williams got a mass 1 in the throttle and made it 4 wide, so that's what ended up happening. Leaned on Eli Bright, squeezed him down into Tyreek Hummon, and then up the track went Hummon and Bright. They did save it, but then Hummon gives his teammate of Quinton Moore. Moore gets into Watkowski, and then Watkowski gets into Nelson, and up the track they all win. That's basically what happened to Chain Reaction. And a massive hit for a few of these guys, like Nelson, Crampton, John Andrews, Joe Watkowski, and for some of these guys, a rough day, because they had a potential shot like Watkowski. I've not seen him up on a lot in this one. In this season, I should say, and he got one up Crampton, AJ Crash, more, and then like tough break for the JBL drivers of Walker and Nelson because they were both up front, and they got involved in this one. So tough break, and all this happened because we caught up to Watson and Garcia, who were slow and off the pace here at Talladega. Following along here full time, and as you can tell, it was Logan Williams caused it. They were 3 wide and then 4 wide, and this ended up being a chain reaction between White, Huntman, Moore, Watkowski, and Nelson, just all up the racetrack, and big hits for a lot of those guys, like Nelson, Moore, Crampton, and Crash. Very unfortunate for that to happen because of the lap cars. They were slowing the pack down, and then unfortunately Logan Williams made was 3 wide and then made it 4 wide and just caused a chain reaction here. But we were not done yet, because this is what happened on the race back on the caution. These guys were trying to cool off, trying to slow down, and unable to turn Fitzy under caution, and then Ormond as well. Brandon Beal, Chris Reynolds, Eli Bright got spun in late somehow. Not the first time he's done that this season. And very unfortunate. I don't think Fitzy's going to be very happy with the rookie of Aaron Abel. Aaron Abel, he has a lot of pressure on him, being that number 19. He's been mostly alright this season, but that was the first major mistake I've seen from him. And I don't know what that was about, but it will be Roger James leading us back to the restart. I don't know how many laps to go we will have, but it's going to be another late race restart. Just like what we've seen all season long, really, here in the JBL Cup Series. I don't know why, I don't know how, but for the 7th race in a row, it will be a late race restart here at Talladega. Let's see who wins the Peco Foods 500 and race 7 of Season 4 for the JBL Cup Series. Welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway, and we will have 5 laps to go here in the Peco Foods 500. And if we end up having a caution still somehow, the race will be over. And unfortunately, we lost 5 drivers in that crash, who are out of the race. John Andrews, Travis Crampton, Quinton Moore, AJ Crash, and Benny Watson are all out. So Benny Watson, who was 2nd points, won't be there anymore. Travis Crampton, who was 10th points, he won't be there anymore. So we got 29 cars on the racetrack. The officials waved around the 99 of Juan Garcia, since he was the only car on track that was 1 lap down. And here we go. Roger James, Ryan Durrani, Clark Pajano III, Scott Upton, Jordan Stout, Zachary Fitzwater stay out with that damage. I don't know how well he will do. Aaron Abel, Dale Camel, Richard Kino, and Eric Monaco, the top 10. 5 laps to go in the Peco Foods 500. Who will win race 7 on the season? Let's find out. 5 to go at Talladega. And yeah, Fitzy is really slow with that damage. And for these guys, they have to get around the 14 of Fitzy ASAP if they want to have any shot out of here. I don't know why Fitzy did not pit to fix the damage. I get that he was in 6th place, but he's gonna screw over so many people here at Talladega. Here comes Wanting. Gonna take the race lead away, and Water James is gonna get shuffled out to dry. And we might crash because of Fitzy 3 and 4 wide. If enough of these guys get past Fitzy here, maybe they can catch up to him, the top 5, top 6. I'm not entirely sure though. Looks like Woman does have damage, and look at Trey Smith and Stephen Collin. They are 2 car Tamed at the moment, but I don't think they're gonna have enough time. Jordan Stout, the point leader. Here he comes to the race lead. Here at Talladega, coming to 3 laps to go. It might be a 6-rider fight here in the Peco Foods 500, all because of Fitzy staying out with that damage. And Abel in number 19. Was this all part of the plan? I don't think so, but he might take advantage of it here. 3 laps to go at Talladega. And Abel in the number 19. To the point is a 4-second gap from 6th to 7th. Unless they do something crazy, I don't think they're going to get 4 seconds in 3 laps. Everyone did get past Fitzy. A lot of drivers did get past Fitzy at this point, but it's going to be too little too late. Wanting now going to take the race leeway. I don't know who's going to win this one out of these 6 drivers. It's either going to be a rookie, a rookie, a rookie. Everyone's a rookie in the top 6. Either a rookie or a part-timer. I thought Abel broke or something, but he just fell off the pace. Watch James takes the lead. Scott Upton and the number 6 trying to get his 2nd win on the season. Can he get the job done? Clark Bashar the 3rd. Can he become the 2nd uncharted driver to win the season? And do what Twin Screen did. Top 6 all single file at Talladega will be James, Upton, Bashano, Stout, the point leader, Duane, or will it be the 19 of Abel? White flag is in there. Here comes Scott Upton and the number 6 for RFK Racing. Final lap at Talladega. At Talladega. I just had a stroke. Scott Upton out front. Now he has to block it. Did he make his move too late? Oh boy. Bajal tried blocking the 21 of Stout, but Stout said no. And now Stout, the point leader, can he get this race win? And here comes Abel in the number 19. Can Stout get there in time? He still has the trial left. I don't know if he's gonna get there in time. Scott Upton for RFK Racing's gonna get his 2nd win on the season. He won Richmond and he wins here at Talladega. He's won 2 out of the last 3 races. And how about that? The last 2 races we've had people get the 2nd win on the season. First 5 we had 5 different winners. Last time out at Darlington, we saw Colin Cropley win and get a 2nd win on the season. And now Scott Upton and the number 6 for RFK hangs on to it and wins the Peco Foods 500. 2nd win on the season, and forwards looking very, very strong. Because both the 10 and the 6 are forwards, and both of the cars have 2 wins now. So forward looking pretty strong, and have to see if that continues throughout the season. But Scott Upton, 2nd win, hangs on to win barely over the point of Jordan Stout. And Jordan Stout, he's been fairly impressive, by far one of the top rookies this season, among Colin Cropley and Scott Upton, I think, at this point. And Stout's gonna gain on his point lead on at least Watson and Williamson. On Williamson and Watson, because they both got poor finishes today. Williamson got 23rd, so not too bad, but Watson, especially 33rd, when he entered this race second in points. A lot of rookies up front. A lot of veterans got taken out in crashes today, in the two big ones. Upton, Stout, Abel, Bergeron, Dwayne, James, Keno, Colin, Holman, Smith, top 10. Dale Campbell gets 11th. He was top 5 in points, I think, entering this one. And he gets 11th. Fisher in 12th. Seidel, Williams, and Collins in the top 15. Nelson, Monaco, Clifton, Olvera, Walker, top 20. Cropley, Bright, Williamson, Reynolds, Beal, Woolman, Wachowski, Garcia, top 28, and then Zachary Fitzpatrick in 29th. I still don't know why he didn't pit for his damage, because he ended up finishing 29th and 37 seconds off the pace. Who knows what would have happened if he would have pitted? He probably would have had 15-20 cars in the leap at the shot at, but he decided to not pit. He decided to stay on the bottom and force everyone to go around him up top, and unfortunately that made it. But we only had 6 cars left for those final 5 laps. And then tough days for John Andrews, Travis Crampton, Quentin Moore, Benny Watson, AJ Crash, Will Parrish, Owen Miles, Danton, Elijah Gordon, Jordan Edwards, and Allison Wayne. They all crashed in the two. They all DNF'd after those 2 big ones that we saw. But honestly, not too bad. In testing, it looked like it was going to be a wreck fest. Even though there were fairly bad crashes, we didn't really see either of that. Only 2 big ones, pretty good racing, and we only see like a T-bone barrel from Allison Wayne. So not too bad of a race here at Talladega, and Scott Upton gets his 2nd win on the season. Definitely gonna help him in points, and especially with him getting his 2nd win in 3 races. So RFK, they might be on the roll, because both 6 and 17 have been getting some good finishes as of late. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching here. The Peco Foods 500 at Talladega Superspeedway. A wild one to say the least, but that's at Talladega for you. Next time out, it will be the longest race on the season, the Coca-Cola 600, 100 laps at Charlotte. That's going to be a wild one, always is, and that is the last race before the All-Star race, and All-Star Open, so last chance for someone to win the 600 and to lock themselves into the All-Star race for a shot at a Season 5 reserve. So thank you guys so much for watching. Crazy one at Talladega, and the points and rookie of the year points are coming up next after this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Scott Upton for winning Peco Foods 500, and until next time out at Charlotte, I will see you guys then. Bye!